Hello, this is Kat Molesworth from Blogtacular, and I'm making a video so that you can get a sneak peek inside the Blogtacular x Lollipop Life Planner. It's currently on pre-order until the 31st of August 2015, so if you haven't had enough of a view checking out the pictures, this is going to give you a really good tour of what's inside the planner. We are really excited to be collaborating with Lollipop on this. This idea came out of a meeting over coffee last autumn, and we have worked and worked on it until we're really happy that you're going to get an amazing planner that will help transform your content planning. So without further ado, let me give you a look inside. We start off, we've got a lovely craft cover and this gorgeous gold embossing with the Blogtacular lightning bolt, which I love. Let's just make sure this goes to the center for you. And then the end papers are really beautiful. They are the Blogtacular lightning bolt raining across your page, and we start off with a nice space to put maybe your name and address, or do not read, top secret, if it's that kind of diary. And then we come in to the year planner. So we start off with 2 double page spreads, each with 6 months to view. And what you'll notice here is that this isn't dated. So you could start this in January, but you could equally start it in March, and you just start from the month that you begin in. We haven't dated it at all to enable it to be really spontaneous, and to allow the flexibility that we want from stationery, because doesn't it really drag when you just don't fill in something for the first month and you really want to get started in the next month, and every time you have to flip through that first month that you haven't used it. Or you might come to it a bit later and you might be content planning in May and decide you need a planner. You don't want that planner to have wasted 4 months already. So nice and easy. You get your full year to view, and this allows you to have a really good overview, maybe of what you're planning, of significant dates and events that you need to be working towards, or just where you're going and which meetings you have across that period. Then we come to the month planners, which you have 1 month to view on a double page spread. You can write the month in at the top here, there's a space, and each of the days has a little corner cutout triangle where you can put the actual date in. And this gives you a bit more of an in-depth view on what you're doing across a whole month, which I really love. I like being able to see where I am and what I'm doing. If I'm booking in meetings, yes, I use my phone calendar to set reminders and to block out my time. But if I can just look at a whole month to view and see exactly what I'm doing, rather than a lot of dots next to a number and try and figure out whether that's a dot for a ballet lesson or a dot because I'm at a meeting, this is much more simple for me. So I like to have this and just fill in where I am, where I have spaces. Now this next bit is my absolute favourite, the week planner. This is what I was absolutely dying for, a whole stack of week planners in a book so that I can plan for this week, but also look back at what's happened previously and look forward at what's happening in the next couple of weeks. So let me show you these. So here you're going to recognise these from the Lollipop daily planners, which I love. I highly recommend all Lollipop planners to you. You've got space to write the date in at the top, and then by each day you've got a little circle to add in the date so that you know which week, which day of the week you're working on. And then you have your 3 columns, and this is entirely up to you how you use them. There are so many different ways that you can fill out those columns. You can section off parts of your life, you can section off different kinds of content, you can have a content column, a planning column, and an events column. You could really go to town on how you use these different columns. I like to put the first column as my daily focus. So that's the 1 or 2 jobs that have to be done that day and have to be done well. So they're the focus of my busy time. So I like to have them in there, and then I have all of the other things I have to work on for content and promotion. And then in this final column, I tend to use it for meetings and inevitably all of the different places I have to drive my children to during the week. Then this facing page is awesome. This is your social media promotion or social media content planning page, and in this lit column you can put all of your different pieces of content. Then across here you can put the different channels, and then you have these boxes which you could use for check boxes. I like to put the date and the time that I'm going to post that content to that channel, and then just cross it out when it's completed. And I find that this really helps when you're in that stage of planning out what's going to happen during that week and then what needs to be scheduled. So it might be that you are scheduling Facebook and Twitter and you're loading pictures into Latergram because you're off for a holiday. And with this, you can plan out how that's going to go and then just cross it off when it's scheduled, and you know that that's then ready to go. And then here we have like a nice blank spot. So we wanted to give you some flexibility in the week so that you can maybe put to-do lists here, or you can brainstorm, or you can sketch down ideas. It's completely up to you. And you have this lovely double page for planning your week to the nth degree. Of course, you have one of these for every single week in the year. That should go without saying. Then the next section that we have is, because it's really annoying to have to carry a diary and a notebook around with you everywhere. So we wanted to put in note pages at the back so that you could use this as a diary, a planner, and a note-taking device. So we start off, we have lined paper, and then we have square paper, and finally we have blank paper, so that you're not limited by how you use this diary. I mean, I have been obsessed with square paper since I was at school, and I really enjoy working on square paper. But when it comes to brainstorming, I want nice blank pages so that I can go everywhere, write everywhere, and just let those ideas flow out. So if I'm goal setting and brainstorming, I have a book full of blank note paper that I tend to write in. So much handier to have it in one place so that when I'm planning, I can come to those pages with those ideas and just take them straight away. We then have a couple of lovely vellum pages, and you're going to get a ruler on one of these, so you're always going to have something to, you know, do quick measurements with. And then this is one of my favourite parts that we've added in, and that's a plastic pocket for keeping whatever you like in. But I tend to find that I'll take cards from people and they end up at the bottom of my bag, covered in dust 3 months later. I have a particularly dirty bag, I have to say. You know, or receipts, I mislay them and scrunch them up. So this pocket is a great place for you to keep receipts and cards, or maybe scraps of inspiration that you found, things that you need to carry around or to keep safe and get them home. This is what this pocket's for, which I absolutely love. So that's the full planner. I can show you the thickness as well. This isn't the final one. This is still a prototype, but it gives you an idea of, like, it's a nice chunky planner to get all of the year in. And I'm so thrilled with what we've created here, and I know you're going to love it. Whether you're taking your blog to the next level and really being conscious about how you plan that content, or whether your life is, you know, in disarray and you're forgetting things all the time and you need to just streamline everything, this planner is really going to help you. It's on pre-order until 31st of August 2015. After that, it will be shipping. So if you order before the 31st of August, you are going to get that full bundle of bonus downloads to go in your planner, and I just know that you're going to love them. So I hope you love it just as much as I do, and I can't wait to see everybody get their planners at the beginning of September for a new season, new term, and I can't wait to see what you do with yours.